our second tip, which for me is really important, and it's something that I've done in the past and I still do now, is where I sit in on non-QA conversations. Now that might be within a sprint, or it might be, say one session per sprint, for example. And that could be a design chat. So you might want to sit with your UX team, just say, can I just sit in and listen to what you're talking about, and such like. It might be an architecture discussion. Now you might think, well, we should be involved in those discussions anyway. But if you're the lone QA in a team, then often you will be forgotten, right? And often your time is stretched as well. So picking one session, maybe a sprint, where you do this can be really impactful. You're not necessarily deemed as needed, but what you then do is, whilst you're in those sessions, you listen, you absorb the information, you gain clarity, and then maybe you can ask one of those questions that we just talked about in tip 1. Play that into the design discussion, for example. Doesn't mean you take over the session, but you could just ask one of those questions, for example. You could do it with a developer. You could just ask a developer to step through their code. Now, some people do pair program with their developers, which is great. They might pair test. But often that's still quite a scary thing for a lot of quality professionals that maybe aren't so comfortable with coding. But by getting the developer to step you through their code, then what you can do is you can, again, ask some of those questions. Okay, I see what you're doing here. What happens if? And then so on and so on. So it's another really great way to start getting quality conversations happening earlier, even if you're not necessarily expected to be in the room for those conversations.